good morning to anybody that's in here so far. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me refer. Come here, Milo. Come here. Lay down. We're not doing that running around. Lay down. Watch out. Move. Move. Lay down. uh, Two turn. What's the word? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Come here. Good boy. Up there. We're not running around. Good morning to anybody that's watching on YouTube at the moment. Also, good morning to anybody that's watching on Twitch. What's the word with y'all? What's the word with y'all? He said it's how you start a show. Good morning, Milo. That's a real nigga. Oh, I got syrup in my mouth. He said Milo a real nigga. Double back, you a funny dude, bro. I be wanting to meet these little random pages, man. I be wanting to meet these little random pages. Dude, my dog. We didn't even plan that. I like. What the fuck? DW, what's the word? Appreciate everybody that's saying here, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of a week. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. And I appreciate all the support for Facts and Stats, man. We're about to head into another weekend. We're about to head into another weekend. Another weekend where we get to watch college football all Saturday. And we get to watch college football all Sunday. I mean, NFL games all Sunday. So we head into another weekend. We was in here last Saturday on the Discord watching 4 games at a time, literally all day from like 12 to 10. And then on Sunday, we being here from 1 all the way to 11. So it's very important that y'all join the Fact and Stats Discord. With that being said, if you are watching on YouTube right now, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button on this video. That helps the algorithm out. Also, basically, make sure you like the video. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across Fact and Stats. I'll greatly appreciate that. And then also, what I was about to say. Also, if you're on the Twitch side of things, make sure y'all hit that follow button if you're not following already. Now, if anybody in here on either platform and you want to extend your support for the platform, I would love for you all to sub through Twitch. It's definitely September, so it's like 25% off or 30% off to sub right now for a month or whatever the case may be. If you do have Amazon Prime, though, I will advise you to sub through Amazon Prime, as you get 1 free subscription per month with Amazon Prime. You get 1 free subscription per month with Amazon Prime. Only thing is you'll have to redo it every month. So that's that. Now, if you're on YouTube, I would love for you all to become a member. That's how you extend your support for the platform. Or you can send super chats or super stickers at any time. It doesn't really matter to me. All extended support is good support regardless. And just being in here is good support. The link to becoming a member is in the description on this video. There's 3 different levels you can join at. So check that out if you are ever interested in becoming a member. And that's that. Walk y'all through that real quick. Now, the things that we're going to be discussing today. Whoa, why did I mean to do that? The things that we're going to be discussing today on the show, I always will tweet it out, typically in the morning and or night. And today for the show, we were talking about the Fever and the Aces advancing. Obviously, one of those series was a super duper surprise for me. Black, what's the word? One of those series was a super duper surprise for me.
Let's go.
And you know, the Fever, man, they beat the Dream, who, I mean, man, they got to be disappointed in their locker room. I mean, man, like, they just got to be disappointed in their locker room. Like, really disappointed in their locker room. I did not expect that at all. And hey, it is what it is. After that, we're going to recap the Bills and the Dolphins game for whatever it's worth. Actually, the game was actually better than what I expected it to be heading into the game. And we're going to end off with previewing some of the big matchups of College Football Week 4, games to watch and games I probably heavily prioritized in the Discord tomorrow. So make sure y'all pull up tomorrow. I'm going to drop the Amazon Prime link in the chat that I spoke on real quick. You can always do the exclamation point Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, all you have to do is connect your Twitch account to your Prime account, and you'll be able to subscribe for free. And then also, if you want to join the Discord, that's how you will join the stage. Nightbot is going to drop that message in the chat in like 7 minutes. But you'll join the Discord for numerous reasons. To share your plays if you do gamble, to join the stage and talk sports with me and whoever else is on the stage at the time. And then also you'll join the Discord for the watch parties that we have on the weekends, and also Thursday night football games like last night, and also Monday night football games as well. Shout out to Z Farm for always being able to share his screen when I'm not present. So thank you for that. So with that being said, we are going to go. Oh, also, the New Music Fridays. I'm trying to spin some new album every Friday going forward. I'm going to try to play a new album. Every Friday going forward, I'm gonna play what people think is the biggest album that dropped today, and I'm gonna play it going forward. And then hopefully, slowly but surely, that will work the verses back into the fold. Only reason why the verses is not into the fold right now is because when I was doing the show on playback, I don't think I was live on YouTube at the same time. And YouTube copyright is insane. I think I can play music on Twitch though. I think I can. I think on Twitch I can do it. But so yeah, that's the only reason why the verses slowed up a little bit. So I may or may not start that this Friday. May wait till next Friday, especially with Young Thug Project dropping next week. I know we got Cardi B Project that's probably viewed as one of the biggest drops today. And Shaggy was hyping up that album, but I definitely want to get into Cardi B later today. I just finished playing Honcho Junk. But to get started with the show now, we're going to go ahead and first hit the Discord. Feel free to join the stage on the Discord. Anybody, Daily Show Voice channel. And all right. All right, there we go. Before I bring up the Aces thing, quick news around the NBA, or just period. Tyler Hero, a little unfortunate. Let me actually send the tweet. Hold on. Let me show the tweet. The Shams tweeted. All right, yeah. So, Miami Heat All-Star Tyler Hero is undergoing surgery on his left foot and will be sidelined to begin the 2025-2026 season. He suffered an ankle injury in the offseason workout that led to the decision for the surgery. He was trying to avoid surgery. I think he got like shots or injections, whatever the case may be. Ultimately, he still felt the discomfort in his foot and now opted for surgery. Me personally, I don't care. Not in a bad way, but I'm saying like there's no one speedy recovery, but also take your time. I think the more Tyler Hero is not on the court, the more likely that Miami Heat will be losing more games. The Heat lose more games, the Heat got a high draft pick. That's where I'm at. I've been there since last year. I'm still here this year. We got our own first round pick this year, so we control it no matter where we fall. Last year, there was some protections on it. So, yeah, man, I'm all for this team not being as good. You know, obviously, this injury probably will make Tyler Hero not be able to replicate the All-Star type season or even be an All-Star again. Not saying he would have been, but Missing a portion of the season, whether it's a month or two, can definitely affect that. So either way, hope he recovers well, and hope whenever he does return to the court, he's looking like Tyler Hero of last year. I mean, with that being said, we're going to need other guys on the team to step up in offensive output, scoring output when it comes to trying to fulfill what Tyler Hero was able to do for us. You cannot find 24-point scores everywhere in the NBA. So it's a good thing that we added Norman Powell this offseason, who's a guy that averaged like 20, 21, 19, 20, 21, something like that for the Clippers last year. And I think he'll be able to fill in and be able to perform pretty well. But that backcourt takes a big hit, because Tyler Hero also is one of the better playmakers in our backcourt, if not the best, actually. The best playmaker in our backcourt, and then also damn near our best shooter, too. So, Bam, we looking at you. Norman, we're looking at you. Andrew Wiggins, for whatever it's worth, we looking at you. And just go out there and hoop. So just want to start the show off with that quick news around the NBA and Tyler Hero. When I have some other news, shout out to Dennis Smith Jr. as well. Dennis Smith Jr. inked a 1-year deal with the Mavericks yesterday. Back with the team that drafted him, 7 years ago? 7, 8 years ago. And then ultimately they drafted Luka the next draft. So that messed up everything with Dennis Smith. And he then went all to the other places that he went to after that. So our point guard is Davion Mitchell. I don't know if he's starting, but Davion Mitchell. And then we drafted Kasparis in the first round. Unfortunate here, but he get a top pick losing games. I hope so. The Heat, this team, and we didn't make no real improvements, but this team last year, we went, I don't want to see preseason. I want to see regular season stuff. Why they not show me the regular season? I thought I was tripping, bro. All right, they not showing me regular season stuff. So well, I can't remember what our record was last year, but I doubt we'll win more games than what we did last year this year. But where I'm going with this now, let me X some things out. Where I'm going with this now, I'm going to head over to the WNBA. First and foremost, super duper congrats to the Fever. Before I even do that, Asia Wilson and Alana Smith, or Elena Alana, I can't remember how you say it. Either way, Miss Smith, they shared the WNBA Defensive Player of the Year award yesterday. I'm really not a fan of the sharing, to be honest, but each player received 29 votes from 72 media members who participated. It's the first time the award, first presented in WNBA's inaugural season, 1997, went to more than one player. So I guess they made history with that. And Asia Wilson now ties Cheryl for the third most Defensive Player of the Year awards in her career. Asia probably will get another one. I think she's only 29 years old, so that's amazing for her. And yeah, man, shout out to both of those ladies for sharing. Now I hope and pray they don't do this for the MVP, because I will be pissed. I think I want to see one of them win the MVP award alone. After both of them just have phenomenal season. I'm referring to Asia Wilson and Fee. So we'll see what happens with that. Now to last night at WNBA. 2 phenomenal games. 2 amazing games. 2 games that came down to the wire that I truly enjoyed. The Indiana Fever walked into Atlanta and beat the Dream 87-85. And it's a couple of things. I see Shaggy up here too. All right, it's a couple of things. Oh, and Black. It's a couple of things that I can say real quick before I lean to them fellas to chime in. But the one thing about Indiana, people can't deny the will, the determination, and the fuel to be motivated by doubt. I think that's probably the 3 things that sum up Indiana's season, because literally this whole, and granted I had them losing, by the way, but literally this whole entire season, they dealt with injuries. I mean, damn near the whole entire season. Caitlin Clark, Sophie get hurt late, Chloe, Sydney, man, I can continue. I think that's only 4 names. I'm pretty sure I can continue. I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can continue. They have numerous players that they had to pick up on 10-day hardship contracts or sign for the rest of the season. And Miss Sims, Miss Powers, Petty, etc. Right? They had to do all of that, and they're making it work. So one thing about them, they fight, they play hard, and they defend. And a lot of that was on display last night. And Ted said it yesterday. I think Kelsey Mitchell been the best player in the series, and she continued that play last night. 24 points, 7 for 16, 3 for 6 from 3, perfect from the free throw line. It was a phenomenal performance from her, and but not even just her, the team. Lexi with the clutch game winning, pretty much game saving steal. Miss Sims to the big three late in that game. Aaliyah Boston had 14, 12, and 6. She held her own down there, and then Natasha Howard. Sometimes the box score look better than what she actually looked like on the court. I ain't gonna lie, with all due respect. Sometimes her box score looked better than what she looked like on the court, because I wasn't a fan of her performance yesterday. She finished up with 12, 6, and 3 assists, though, 6 or 12 from the field. And, I mean, man, it's just disgusting for Atlanta. It's really just disgusting. I mean, it's really nothing that they can say. To lose a game like that to a team that they widely expected to have beaten in the first round, that's missing their best player in Caitlin Clark, it's embarrassing. What's embarrassing? It's hard for me to even say, like, where do they even go from here? Because I feel like they made the proper moves in the offseason. And I also feel like they got better as a team with Jordan and Ryan being more healthy this year. It's just straight up embarrassing, to be honest. Alicia had a double-double, or Alicia had a double-double through 3 quarters. Jordan Canada had 18 and 10 last night. And you still wound up losing this game because of pretty much getting outworked. I think it was 85 to 80. And then at that point, Indiana closed the game on a 7-0 run. 85-80 in Indiana. I think Ryan Howard hit a 3. And Indiana closed the game on a 7-0 run. And to get walked down like that in your home court is embarrassing. I don't even know what they can even say, to be honest. Double back say, what a story for Indiana. All the adversity, and they somehow made this work. Exactly. So, Kelsey Mitchell and Leah Boston, I want to definitely give them tons of credit for how they performed this season without CC. And then on top of that, advancing in the playoff series without Caitlin Clark is one amazing in itself. Now, I'm going to pass it to, I could say more, but I feel like I'm going to go on and on and on. I'm going to pass it to Shaggy. Hear what he got to say about it, see what Black got to say about it, maybe Josiah, and then I will come back in on the back end and continue on in regards to this game and then before we head to the Aces and the Storm game.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say more and more. It's funny to me how you just don't speak on Ryan Howard's performance in this series. She was fucking awful, god awful, terrible. I knew we were going to win this series because she's ass. Respectfully, shout out to her though. I picked us to win the series. Y'all picked against us. I don't know why. They're not better than us. But yeah, shout out to the team. Shout out to Steph White, whole staff, AB, Kelsey. Ain't really much to say. I knew we was going to win this shit. What the fuck is the dream? I literally told you this though. I literally told you this. I told you this. I want the dream. I told you this. But before Sophie was out, before McDonald was out, all them, give me the dream. I knew this was gonna be sweet. Who the fuck are the dream? They ass. Respectfully, 30 wins. That shit ain't care. I ain't worried about them, bro. I ain't worried about them. We on to the Aces. I picked the Aces to win next round. I'm keeping that pick. If we win, I'm not gonna be surprised. But yeah, that's it, bro. Ain't too much to say, bro. It's a lot for y'all to say because y'all picked against us because y'all don't watch Fever basketball. Y'all didn't believe. Me and Ted's believed. You know what I'm saying? We knew what team we had. You just ain't know.
What's good, Black? You got anything to say about that series?
Just shout out to the Fever, man. Stephanie White out coach Carson Mesco. I mean, you could see Atlanta live by the 3, die by the 3, and Ryan Howard can't pass the ball, and all of a sudden, that's a shame. What a disappointment. I would be embarrassed if I was an Atlanta fan. That's pretty much it, brother.
What's good? Appreciate y'all, both y'all. What's good, Josiah?
What's good? For talk about this series, I'm very disappointed in Atlanta. I thought, like you said, Ev, that they made the correct moves this season. They did what they had to do, but it's like Ryan Howard. This series was god awful. Like she can't make an inbound pass. She can't make the proper inbound pass. And it's like, at this point, what is next for the Dream? You made the right moves, you got the right coaching staff, and you still can't win a series, especially to a Fever team that has no CC with it in it. It's just disappointment. It's just disappointment. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know what's next for Atlanta. I simply just don't know what's next for Atlanta.
Yeah. Again, phenomenal series from Kelsey Mitchell, Malia Boston, and company. They played hard. They fought hard. They did everything they needed to do to win that game, especially when it mattered the most. Only questionable thing that I can say, why did they have Ryan Howard inbounding the ball late? I didn't understand that one. I would have wanted her to be off the ball, and somebody else inbounding the ball to her or Miss Gray instead of Brianna Jones taking that last shot. Lexi played phenomenal heads-up play. If y'all remember early on in the season, I compared her to basically WNBA version of Josh Hart. A couple people agree with me, but if you watch Josh Hart, you watch her play basketball, the comparison is spot on. Only thing is she's just a good shooter. Josh Hart isn't. But when it comes to awareness, offensively and defensively, when it comes to the thrill, the hustle, to offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, whatever the case may be, whatever your team needs you to do, Lexi Hall is in position to do it. And last night she came up with the biggest play of the game, with the steal that ended up with them getting was it 2 free throws after that? They got fouled and got 2 free throws, and then Atlanta had 1 second left on the clock, and we all know what happened with that shot. So Indiana, phenomenal series, phenomenal win. They gotta test. Both teams are tested, to be honest, because I think the Fever and the way they're playing is a test for Las Vegas, and for Indiana, the way Las Vegas is playing, that's a test for Indiana. So I mean, I think both teams are tested. Both teams will test one another, and I think both teams can be deserving of winning the series. Ultimately, once the team just has Asia Wilson, who, speaking of Asia, last night had one of those performances. 38 points last night. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize she had 38 until it popped up on the screen. Only because she wasn't that good. Well, she was good in the fourth, but she missed her last 2 shots. Let me say that. So I didn't even know she had 38 points throughout the course of that game. I was watching. You're so impressed with the shots that she can make. It's like you'd be surprised when she do miss shots, especially ones around the rim. Seattle, man. I mean, I don't know, because they did something interesting yesterday. It's hard for them. It's really hard to shuffle your lineups when you got 7 good players, or 6.5, or whatever the case may be, that can all be on the court at that time. And what happened was, top of that fourth quarter, and Black even typed it in playback yesterday. Top of the fourth quarter, Brittany Sykes had them going. Brittany Sykes had she crossed Asia real good. She had an and 1 bucket. I think she did something else in that fourth quarter. A right corner wing pull up or something like that. And overall in the game, she had 9 points. But you look at the box score, she only played 23 minutes. And a lot of her minutes, I think after that, she came out the game, and a lot of her minutes went to Erica Wheeler, rightfully so. And then the offense slowed up a little bit. You sense the offense slowing up. Down the stretch of that game, first and foremost, Kid came in here yesterday, and I also followed it up with, they cannot have both of those ladies combined for 24 points or 50 points, whatever it was in game 2 with Nneka and Skylar. What Nneka and Skylar did.
It was 50.
Yeah, 50. This game, they combined 8 for 26, and they weren't that good offensively. Skylar Dickens down the stretch, she missed a big layup. She also hit a big 3. I think that made it 71-70 on the left wing. But she missed a big layup that got them in bad position. Ultimately, Erica gave them a lead with the little close shot pull-up that she did down the stretch of that game. And I think Asia came back, shot a shot. Jackie Young put the tip back. Jackie Young did a putback. Phenomenal. I said the tip back. That's crazy. My bad. Jackie Young, phenomenal putback off of Asia's miss. And then ultimately, they came back down. Erica ended up with Erica taking a shot of Asia Wilson. Skylar Dickens getting offensive rebound ultimately, and she wasn't aware of the time. She opted to pass it to Nneka, and shot clock went out. So first and foremost, it was a phenomenal game. Whenever you get to see the best player in the world put on a best player in the world type performance, it's always jaw dropping. 38 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 14 for 26. Only missed 1 free throw. It was special to watch. Personally, I think Jackie and Chelsea showed up at the right time throughout that game to where what Las Vegas needed. And then on the Seattle side of things, I was talking about Dominique through game 1 and game 2. But game 3, she didn't have her best performance. And also, it was just not easy checking Asia. You know, when she came into the game, she had to check Asia. And it's just not easy. You know, at the end of the day, she's still a rookie, so she still got a lot of learning to do on that side of the ball. And just in the games, period. Hold on, it'll get excuse me. In the games, period. So, you know, it's tough because, like I said, they pulled Erica out. So it's tough, but that's that. So, Kid is up here who's an Aces fan. We're going to have Kid chime in on the game, and then we will continue. What's the word, Kid? What you got to say about the game last night?
Asia Wilson, one of the greatest to ever touch a basketball. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I literally sat there and was like, damn. Because bringing back up the point where you said Dom was checking Asia, when I think Dom came back into the game, I think it was when Asia was going on that crazy run in the third, like 12 straight. Like at that point, no one, like once you saw that look in Asia's eye, bro, it's over. It was just over. Now that Jackie put back, that was very similar to 2022 when Jackie did not have her best shooting game, but when Vegas needed her to get that last bucket to go to OT, Jackie came through just like this one, and it was over 3 defenders at that too. So I mean, yeah, even though Jackie didn't have her best shooting game, I say, other than that. She came through when we needed her to, and now we move on. Ball up top next round.
Okay. Yeah, shout out. Anybody else got anything to say about this game before I dive into predictions from Kid and Shaggy and Black and Josiah and myself for the Aces and the Fever second round matchup?
And the fact that Asia's in her 8th year and is now, I want to say, 8th in all-time playoff points, man, that woman right there.
Yo,
Okay.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think this game, at the end of the game, it came down to coaching. I never liked Coach Quinn. Skylar, like you said before, like this team only goes as far as Skylar takes them. And Skylar wasn't on shit last night. She was in a box. She hit a couple shots, but this team is not shit, man. It really isn't. That's just my honest opinion. And I think Coach Quinn will get fired today or tomorrow. They got to make that quick, but she's gone. Coach Quinn is out of there. I don't know what's next for Seattle. There's nothing really next. They're done.
They need to go young, like I've been saying from the beginning.
Yeah, they got Malonga, so they're on the right step. But first off, they got to fire Coach Quinn, and then they'll move the right direction for me.
Okay. Get rid of the coach and then move in the right direction. Kid, they need to go young. Okay. Fair. Kid, y'all are now going against the Indiana Fever in round 2, which I believe starts Sunday. I believe it's Sunday for you all. Yeah, Sunday.
Both games start.
Yeah,
both games start Sunday.
How do you feel about that heading into that series, and ultimately with the Indiana, especially coming off of probably to many, if not most, a surprising win over the series win over the Dream.
At this point, you gotta play who's in front of you. That's literally all I've been saying so far this postseason. You have to play what's in front of you. You got to make the adjustments. Game 1 is definitely going to be interesting. I will say that.
Okay, play who's in front
It
of
will
you.
be very, very, very interesting.
Okay. Shaggy, you said so. I can't remember what you said word for word. You said I wouldn't be surprised if we win. Or wait, who do you have winning this series? I'm just curious. So I can hear this clear.
What you mean? Just because you literally heard me say the Aces. You literally.
The Aces.
He said he wouldn't be surprised if they win. I think that's what he said.
Surprised if the Indiana win?
Well, he wouldn't be surprised
If Indiana win?
Yeah, I don't want to quote. I don't want to quote Shaggy. So just tell me
I
if
know
he's
I didn't
Shaggy. Tell me
want
if
to
he's
quote him wrong.
wrong.
That's why I tried to ask him straight up. All right, he said he got the Aces winning. Okay. Uh, this, by the way, for anybody, man, why am I sneezing so much, bro? Damn. I bet I'm gonna mute next time. For anybody that don't know, first round was best of three. Second round, which is now here, semifinals. Well, not fully here. We got the Liberty and Mercury tonight. Second round for the most part, which starts on Sunday, is best of five, and then the WNBA finals this year for the first time. I don't know if ever, but for the first time, will be best of seven.
Ever. This is the first time that we're going 7 in general.
All right, so first round ever. I mean, first time ever, best of seven for the WNBA finals. I think a lot of that shift came because of the classic that we had last WNBA finals with the Lynx and the Liberty. That was a phenomenal series. Unfortunately, they can't run it back this year. I'm in the WNBA finals, but we still get to catch them in the second round if we win tonight. The same way we got to catch the Aces last year.
Oh, here you go. You just
Nah, I'm just speaking facts.
Not about to say,
Y'all
don't,
beat us in the
don't try it
WNBA.
today.
Y'all beat us in the WNBA finals
Don't
2
try it
years
today.
ago. We gotta
Don't
get
try
back.
it
It
today.
wasn't in the finals rematch,
Do
but
not try it today.
it was in the
This not
semifinals.
even this not even my focus. Let's talk about your game.
Yep. So that's that, man. Get back. Don't got no date. So tonight,
I don't give a.
tonight before we get to close up the WNBA side of things, we got one more game that I honestly cannot wait to watch because it's a super duper big game. And two of my brothers say they think the series is over. I'm not going to name drop. They know who they are, and I don't know. I'm excited. I'm motivated. I think we are the better team, but I also highly respect Phoenix personally, and they know how they want to run their offensive system and structure and things like that, and they play at the team and they play hard, and they're led by three really good players that I grown to respect all of them. I already respected 2 out of the 3, but I respect Alyssa Thomas more and more this season in comparison to what I've seen from her last year and recent years. So there's an uptick all around in her game this year. Heading to Phoenix and being so comfortable in Connecticut for so long, and it's a tough game 3 and it's on the road for us. This is a game that game 2 can come back and bite us in the behind for coming out there and getting stepped on like that at home. I don't think that happened all year for us losing a game like that at home. So, it's really hard to say thoughts on the game. All I can really say is I hope we win the game, and we just got it. Sabrina. Oh, first and foremost, Sabrina. How can I forget that? I mean, I spoke to how she's shooting in game 1
I'm
and
gonna say
2.
it's very possible.
I spoke to how she's shooting in game 1 and game 2 yesterday. But yeah, if she comes out and gives us a stinker from 3 or not that good offensively, while we know Stewie's not 100% or probably not being able to play her best basketball, that's problem number 1. We got to get John Quill active early and often, and also throughout the game as well. And then we're also going to need to bank on Natasha Cloud to give us some of the same offensive success that she gave us in game 1. So I think it's going to need to be an all hands on deck type of win. Even if Sabrina doesn't pop for 20, 25, whatever the case may be, I'm still fine with her being more efficient this game, and which also can help us lead us to winning the game. Phoenix is doing a new thing, not a new thing, but Phoenix is taking advantage of the weakest link, and they're literally throughout in game 2, they was getting the offense going and flowing by attacking Sabrina in the pick and roll aspect and also in the post. So we're going to try to have to play some team defense. Unfortunately, as crazy as it may sound, but it's reality. Hide Sabrina as much as possible, and try to cover her as much as possible.
Not hide her.
And try to cover her as much as possible. So I think if we do all of that, we'll probably have a good chance to win this game. But they are home. They are going to fight. They are going to compete. Because even in game 1 they did that. Ultimately, they still lost, but they're going to fight. They're going to compete. And like I said, they're led by 3 good players that I respect: Alyssa Thomas, Copper, and Satu. So. Yeah, man, I'm excited. 9 p.m. Make sure y'all pull up to Playback and or Discord to watch that game with us. I think Chan is right. I think we're going to be slowly but surely continuing to shift to Discord. Man, we got 300 plus members in the Discord now. The Discord is growing rapidly, and I'm definitely excited about that. Let me check how many members in there. I can't even see how many members right now, but every day, especially on the Sundays, people are joining the Discord. So I'm excited for that, and I can't wait because, more people joining the Discord, more people finding out about Fact and Stat, more people finding out about Fact and Stat, more people coming to the show. More people coming to the show, a higher probability or chances of getting new speakers. I think that's what it's all about for me personally. Doing what I do and hearing different people's sports thoughts on their mind and things like that. Louis Bag, shout out. He just got that Discord link to populate in the chat for you all, for anybody that's not in the Discord. So make sure y'all pull up, join the Discord for that. We still might go play back tonight for this game, but going forward, watch parties, NFL, college football, college basketball, etc., will be Discord related. What else? What was the next thing? Oh, all right. After that, that's the WNBA wrap up, y'all. 9 p.m. Pull up tonight. Watch that game. Win or go home. Make sure you pull up and root for the Liberty. We're rooting for the Liberty. Sabrina, John Quayle, Stewie.
First off, who is we? Who is we?
You ain't pulling up anyway. Fee, bitch. If you do pull up, make sure y'all root for the Liberty. Let me just say that.
Again, who is we? Even if I do, who is we?
Hey, you don't have to. You don't have to. Just focus. You say you focused on your series. Focus on your series. You say you focused on your series.
You literally just said we, so that means you're including me in that if I do pull up. So I ask you, who is we?
Good luck. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Good luck.
I must say, I'm perfect right now. You're the one who's still figuring it out.
Good luck. Yeah, lucky my girl not playing. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Even if she, okay.
Yeah,
you know
trust.
Y'all
lucky my girl not playing.
Okay. Just hope Shoes have a good game this time. Because if not, that's not about to be fun.
What power?
Huh?
No, I'm reading some 11:10 typed. But I hear you, kid.
Oh.
No further words. Blessings.
Oh, okay. Exactly. Hope you make it out.
Appreciate you. And if we do make it out, hope y'all make it to the finals.
Yeah,
I mean, no, hopefully y'all win the finals. Y'all got it. Yeah. Never mind, bro.
See, you started it today. Damn, that's a first.
I don't got no extra words. Good luck.
Oh, okay.
Next thing that I'm gonna quickly go over on the show today is last night's Thursday night football game. I know this is back to back type of days, but last night we had a Thursday night football game where the Bills moved to 3-0 and the team on the other side dropped to 0-3. And first and foremost, if you got James Cook in fantasy, smile. Like, you should smile. This man had 20 plus points in 3 straight fantasy games. I think he scored a touchdown like 15 out of his last 19 games. Don't quote me on that. I saw the tweet, but I glanced at it. He scored a touchdown like 15 out of his last 19 games. And 2 of the Bills' main or top offensive weapons throughout the last couple of years both got into the end zone, and Kincaid and Shakir yesterday, with Josh Allen throwing 3 touchdowns himself. This was a really all-around, for the most part, good offensive game for the Bills. I'm going to circle back to them in a second. When you look on the Dolphins side of things, they made the game as good as possible. It was not a bad game. I want to make that very clear. It was not a bad game. And if you watched this game, you probably was only unimpressed with one thing. Well, 2 things. The Dolphins secondary a little bit, and then also the Dolphins quarterback. Tua did not make this game easy for himself. Some plays in some instances, because I wouldn't say he had a terrible game, but he did have some throws that he probably wish he could have back. He did make some plays that he probably wish he could have back. Ultimately, he finished 22 out of 34, 146 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was not sacked at all yesterday. Their best offensive weapons from a passing for outside of A-Chain, they all got into the end zone. It was good to see Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle score. A-Chain, if you got him in fantasy football, is a phenomenal guy to have as well. 7 catches for only 29 yards, 12 carries for 62 yards. But I mean, if you watch the Dolphins offense, he gonna dump it down to Devon endless times, and that's what he did last night. Can we admit Josh is the best quarterback in the league right now? No, I cannot admit that. It's hard for me to admit something like that when Lamar is playing the way he's playing right now. So I can't just admit that openly. I'm sorry, brother. Lamar is playing phenomenal football right now. And both of these guys are looking like the best quarterbacks, and these are my top 2 quarterbacks anyway. So it's like, if you wanted to be a flip a coin type of thing, or you got your preference, cool. But I'd rather you just say, yeah, I prefer Josh as my quarterback. That's okay, because you're going to hear other people or more people also say, well, I prefer Lamar as my quarterback, and this is going back and forth. So let's just say both of these guys are the 2 best quarterbacks in the league.
You're going to hear me say I prefer Justin Herbert.
And I don't think I'm going to hear somebody say it over Lamar or Josh.
I said me. I ain't say somebody. I said me.
When did you start that?
This year.
Oh, yeah, I figured. Like, you never, ever said that. And you literally think Lamar is the best quarterback in the league.
Justin Herbert. I've been saying this before the season started. Justin Herbert.
Bro, you literally think no before the season started. You said Lamar's the best quarterback in the league. Matter of fact, hold on, Justin Herbert.
Bro, you heard what I said, bro.
Okay,
You heard
you
what I
say
said.
okay. You say you've been saying this before the league. Let's see where you had Justin Herbert ranked.
Herbert, bro.
Okay, let's see where you had Justin
Herbert,
Herbert.
bro.
Let's see where you had Justin Herbert ranked. Don't worry about it.
I didn't project nothing on that list, by the way. So, haha.
I don't care what you're talking about. Let me see what Justin Herbert was ranked for you. That's what I want to see.
He was at 6, which is probably really 5 because I didn't have a 1. So if I didn't have a 1, how do you want to say I had Lamar at 1? I didn't have a 1. I put TBD. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you had Justin Herbert behind Jalen Hurts.
ooh,
So you had Justin
like
Herbert.
that.
You had Justin Herbert behind Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you thought he had me.
So you had Justin
I
Herbert
literally
behind Jalen.
said-
You had Justin
I
Herbert
literally
behind.
said, no. I literally said I'm not putting a 1 because this season will determine who I have at 1. Facts. I remember that day.
You had Justin Herbert behind Jalen Hurts. Why?
Because Jalen Hurts just won a Super Bowl and balled out and won a Super Bowl MVP.
So why is he behind
Next.
Joe Burrow then?
Next.
So why is he behind Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow had an excellent year last year. Next.
So why is he behind Mahomes?
Mahomes has a great body of work
Exactly.
and played in the Super Bowl last
Exactly.
year. Next.
Makes no sense, brother. Terrible reasoning. Because you don't even think Mahomes
What?
was a top 5 quarterback last year. But okay, brother.
When did I say that?
Okay, brother. I'm making stuff up.
Why did you just make that up?
You
I
don't
said
think
Mahomes
Mahomes was a
was
top 5 quarterback? You
last
don't
year.
think Mahomes was a top 5 quarterback?
Why did you just make that up? You said last year. We're talking about now.
And y'all are so funny. And side note, y'all think y'all are so smart and fantasy.
No, why did you lie and say I have Lamar as the best quarterback in the league and try to go to a list where I don't have him at 1?
When I'm looking at your list and I see the first quarterback on your list, that's Lamar. And I also heard you say countless times Lamar's the best quarterback in the league.
2.
The
Number
first
2.
quarterback name that I saw was Lamar.
Number
So therefore,
2.
for me, he's 1.
Bro, okay, we're going to see if you have a better year than Justin Herbert this year.
He will. What the hell?
That was not off to a good start.
What are you talking about? Lamar's not off to a good
Herbert's
start?
been the best quarterback in the league. Herbert's been the best quarterback in the league this year.
Bruh. You know what's so funny about this fantasy football stuff? Guys purposely signed quarterbacks so I don't sign the quarterbacks. Like, this shit is
Yes,
kinda,
I signed Matthew Stafford so you don't get him. Yes, I did that.
I already know you did that, dude. You don't gotta tell me. You're not the only one. Trust me. I wasn't looking at Matthew Stafford anyway. Don't bother me. Yeah, I know who I want. It's gonna surprise some folks. Ow. Yeah, last night, the Dolphins made it as good as possible. Obviously, the game came down to a late game interception for Tua. He looked off one linebacker, but ultimately did not look off the middle linebacker, and you know what happened with that pick there. They had chances, but they made a big mistake, and it happened on special teams. You roughing the kicker, it's just terrible. I get you trying to make a play, I get you trying to block the kickoff, the punt, but man, I mean that pretty much changed the whole entire game. They had opportunity to get the ball back and take a good lead. I always say take a lead, but we know what happened. Then the Bills came back down and got some points on the board. So tough game for the Dolphins. I think we had them going like 5-12 this year. They're 0-3 right now. I don't think that's much is gonna change personally. Problem is the offense is built to play with two strengths. Fear, double back. 2 always good for a pick. Yeah, double back, fear. I'm not mad at that. Excuse me. I'm not mad at that. They're in a situation like from a quarterback standpoint, like the Cleveland Browns. Like, I know their contracts are not the same, but you got Tua making X amount of money. You can't really cut him. The Browns had Deshaun Watson making X amount of money. They can't really cut him. Nobody going to trade for them. So it's like, I mean, this is their quarterback. This is the level this is the play that they got to deal with. The only good thing that I can say about Miami right now is they will have a top 5 pick this year. And whenever you're trying to, I guess, quote unquote, rebuild or regroup or whatever the case may be, you got to do it through the draft and or free agency. So them having a high pick this year, that should be a good thing for them, and hopefully they can get a player that can come in and help change their franchise. I I wouldn't say sooner rather than later because you still got to deal with Tua's contract, which is let me see. 3-0. We played shitty last night. I'll take it. Respect, Fredo. Man. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Go back to the. I did not mean to do that, bro. Hold on, y'all. I can't remember to a contract, bro. I think he got like 3-4 years left or something like that. Potential out. 34 dead cap. Damn. I couldn't even believe they did that. Cap hit. Look at this cap hit. That's ridiculous. So he gonna be the quarterback next year 1,000%. Like this is a tough Young, what's good? This is tough. I couldn't believe they did at the time. And you know, when you do deal like this, they put you in a tough spot, in a tough situation. So I mean that's what they gotta deal with. Tough for the Dolphins. On the Bills side of things, Fredo said they played crappy. Yeah, they weren't the best, I would say, defensively or offensively, but ultimately they still did enough to win the game, and they made plays at the right time. And they led by a quarterback in Josh Allen, who was decent as well. I think one time in the game he was 17 for 19. He finished the game with only 16 completions. So hats off to the Bills. Their schedule does not get any tougher. If you want to look at their next couple of games, they have the Saints, the Patriots, the Falcons, and the Panthers. Maybe that Falcons game could be a game, but at worst they'll be 6-1 after 7, heading back home after that Panthers game to play the Chiefs. They'll be 6-1 at worst. So, and I can pretty much probably guarantee that. So that's that. For the Dolphins, their upcoming games, while they're saying that 0-3 right now. Oops, I could have just looked at it right there. They have the Jets, the Panthers, which can probably be winnable games for them. They can probably win one of those games. I don't know. The Jets and the Panthers and the Chargers and the Browns. So their schedule's not that hard, but they're also just not that good. So Dolphins definitely, like I said earlier, will top out with winning about 4 games this year, and they'll definitely have like a top 5 pick, and that'll be that. There's no other real NFL news. Only big NFL news that's worth bringing up right now. 2 things actually, both injuries. Tucker Kraft is uncertain for this Sunday. He injured his knee in yesterday's practice. They also believe that it's not a long-term thing, so that's pretty much good for Green Bay. Still wishing him a speedy recovery as well. Also, Brock Purdy, he was expected to be out a couple of weeks, but looked like he's going to be on the field sooner rather than later. He had back-to-back limited practice days. He practiced yesterday and he practiced Wednesday. His status for Sunday's game is up in the air. But if he does not play this week, you can definitely expect him to play next week, with him showing or having not too good, but him being able to be on a practice field back-to-back days, whether it was limited or not, is pretty much good. Also, Baltimore, how can I forget? Isaiah Likely. Remember the name? Let me see why I ranked. Did I rank him ahead of Mark? Please tell me I ranked him ahead of Mark. Come on, Ev. I know you better than that. I did rank him ahead of Mark. Cool. But I said, Ev, I know you better than that. I ranked him ahead of Mark. He's gonna have a really good season. In the ways where he can affect our passing game. This is one of, if not the best offenses already in the league. Averaging 40 points through 2. We're probably going to put up another 40 on Monday, to be honest with you. Or even a high-scoring 30 game. We'll see. We got the Detroit Lions, for anybody that don't know. But he's going to bring a different dynamic to the offense that just Mark Andrews just don't bring no more. Like, the Lamar to Mark connection, the Mark Andrews being a focal point is just not there no more. We've seen Zay Flowers emerge and continue to grow. So he's getting pretty much all the passing targets. And then we have a guy like Derrick Henry in our backfield. So we don't really prioritize Mark on an offensive standpoint no more. His route running isn't as crisp. He's not as fast. Maybe the injury slowed him down or whatever the case may be. But Isaiah Likely coming into the fold now, that's a guy that's young, that's dynamic, that got great hands, good route runner, tough to bring down. He's just one of them type of guys. So He's definitely practiced a couple of times this week. He's definitely expected to fully play on Monday. We don't know what his snap count will look like, but that's big news out of Baltimore. Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is probably not expected to play this Sunday. He did not practice all week. So the Commanders will have Marcus Mariota step in and start against the Las Vegas Raiders. Funny enough, his old team. And JD, the injury is not to believe to be serious. So he definitely probably, if I had to assume or guess, will return to the field next week, whether they play Sunday or Monday or whatever the case may be. I don't know. What else? Jalen who? Jalen Hurts is hurt or something? Who's Jalen? BM. Likely will get targets and will get good level production. I got Likely in fantasy and I'm 2-0. Let's go. I'm 2-0 too, but I'm dealing with a I'm a double back. I'm a double backing everybody in here. Who would y'all say to pick up? I'm 301 raised, 410 made. I'm raised in Maryland, but Baltimore made me. Who would y'all say to pick up? My team this is a good team, dog. They really try to play with my team, bruh. They really try to disrespect my wide receivers. Zay about to have a day on Monday. I promise you. Jameer Gibbs probably gonna have a day too. Chuba Hubbard is getting hella targets. Damn, I like my team, dog. Shakir had 14, and I said yesterday he's gonna get it to the end zone. I should have started him, to be honest, for Olave. But I'm trying to wait this quarterback thing out. A couple of guys saw Jaden Daniels was hurt and didn't practice, so they went out and signed quarterbacks. Jordan Woods did it with Bo Nix. Shaggy just did it with Matthew Stafford. They both did it. Shaggy openly admitted that's why he did it. I know for a fact that's why Jordan Woods did it. For a fact. I know for a fact that's why he did it. But I don't care. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They don't want to see a team like mine or, win and make the playoff. I guess for whatever reason. Jordan Woods had no reason to go out there and sign Bo Nix. He wasn't going to start him. He had Brock Purdy in the IR, who's not going to be in there for long. And plus, he's starting Lamar Jackson. Shaggy, on the other hand, will show y'all his team. He did the same thing, but we all know we just heard him openly admit it. And I guess it's smart. I don't really care. He has Baker Mayfield, who he's going to start this Sunday. He just signed Matthew Stafford because he said he didn't want me to get him. Don't care about Stafford either, to be honest. That'd be I care about. Yeah, I don't care about Stafford. Who do y'all think I should go out and sign? I'm gonna put it on y'all. I'm probably gonna chalk this week up. I need a cool 10 to 15 points out of my quarterback this week. Jaden Daniels is a walking 20. A couple of these quarterbacks up here are gonna give you a cool 10 to 15. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much all I need. We got Mac Jones is a good option. This is the guy that I really wanted to sign. Mac Jones is a good option. Sam Darnold against the Saints is a good option. Aaron Rodgers, like Rodgers said, is a good option. And as quiet as it's kept, Russell Wilson, a good option, to be honest. So I think I got 4 good options to start at quarterback. Rattler, what's Rattler talking about? Rattler against Seattle. Who would y'all sign? Oh, you meant Jaden? Yeah, my team is straight. What quarterback would y'all sign? Jaden Daniels is not playing this Sunday. What quarterback would y'all sign? You lean, okay. What quarterback would y'all sign, man? We got one A-Rod. We got one Russ. Talk to me. Who would y'all sign? Before I wrap this up. Alright. Okay. Okay. Damn, man. Yes. I think I might work. I'm gonna sign a quarterback. I think I might work my phone today for a trade though. I've been cooling because I love my team so much. I got 2 good tight ends. Obviously, I love my running backs. I got the 3 best running backs in the league next to BJ. And starting wise, and then my wide receiver depth. It's a good little mix and match. It's a good mix and match. So Zay not gonna move out that wide receiver 1 role, and if I get a wide receiver that's better than Zay can go to my wide receiver 2. But having Olave and then being able to shuffle between Olave, Diggs, and Shakir, that's pretty damn good. And Travis Hunter, whatever he can be this year, I'm not banking on that. He was just basically free in the trade that I made. But I'm not banking on nothing out of Travis Hunter. But it is a good bright spot where you can see that game 1 he had 8 targets, game 2 he had 6 targets. I'm a guy. I'm a target freak. Like if guys are getting targets on my team, you can be on my team because eventually that target gonna turn into production. So that's how I look at it. Chris Olave, who I've been raving about, 13 targets week 1, 10 targets week 2. Like I like targets. Zay Flowers 9 targets week 1, 11 targets week 2. I love targets. All I care about is targets. Targets are going to turn into production. Production is going to turn into being more valuable than the names. So my old fantasy name was production over names. I'm probably going to go back to that. Production over names. Don't forget that, y'all. Make y'all moves really smart. But production over names, always. What else? I think I chimed in on everything real quick. Maybe forget. Oh, yeah, college football. So, Fever and Aces advance. We all have the Aces winning that series for the most part. Did a quick Bills and Dolphins recap. Looked at the Dolphins next upcoming game. Looked at the Bills upcoming game as well. Excuse me. And then last, Ted be wanting me to chime on things and don't even be present. Ted wanted me to chime in on some college football week 4. So I don't know that these matchups that's gonna be worth watching. Michigan and Nebraska. Is that the Dillon dude team? Yeah, that is. Okay, this is definitely worth watching. Bryce versus
I
Dillon.
think that's supposed to be game of the week. Well,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say game of the week, but I know that game was getting a lot of hype.
Nah, yeah, this is definitely worth watching for sure. Bryce Underwood versus Dillon. That's gonna be highlighted, y'all, in the Discord tomorrow.
Tennessee versus UAB won't be worth watching.
I don't know nothing about UAB football program. I highly doubt
Yeah.
that. I don't think it would probably be good. Probably be a game where Tennessee come out and step on them. I guess Texas Tech and
Maryland
Utah.
play at Wisconsin.
Or Miami and Florida for whatever it's worth. Miami probably step on Florida though.
South Carolina, Missouri, not gonna be a good game.
Missouri is good this year. I think they're 3-0. South Carolina, I don't know about their injuries. I think Lenore's got hurt last week, so I don't know what his update is on his status. TJ said Auburn versus Oklahoma. Where is that game at? What time is that game, TJ? Am I missing that? Auburn, Oklahoma. Oh, here he is. Okay, that's another one at 3:30. At 3:30, we got a couple of good games. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be working the YouTube TV. Around college football, y'all. Just like Sunday, we watch 4 games at a time, starting at 12 o'clock and working our way down to pretty much for the whole day, long as I'm right here present in this chair, which I should be. I don't not planning out doing too much or leaving out too much for the most part anymore, especially the weather going slowly but surely switch. That's probably why I'm sneezing, dog, and I ain't even been out the house. And I ain't even leaving out the house. So that's that. For the rest of this, not for the rest of this, but for the next hour, y'all will say this. I'm going to head to playback real quick. I'm gonna see if Shaggy and others are talking good around this Cardi B album. Spin that whole joint from start to finish, and then I'm gonna go ahead and relax this Friday. I'm gonna go ahead and relax the rest of this Friday, and maybe start.
But it's a good Friday, bro. Get the good vibe started, bro. Yeah, I mean, let's get a show started on playback today, bro. Free that. I don't know that. I'm not with that designated survive whatever the hell you was watching yesterday. I'm not with that though.
Oh, presumably.
But yeah, let's get a fresh show started today, bro.
If goods pull up, we can start Stranger Things. And if because I know all three of us wanted to see that. If not Stranger Things, we can find something fresh. We can lean on the people in the chat and find something fresh.
Yeah, let's get some votes going for sure.
All right, y'all. So thank y'all for coming through to the show today. Real quick hour show. Do not forget, NBA talks will be coming back soon. And I would definitely extend the days as well, or the duration of the shows. I would say Monday and Tuesdays are still highlighting where we recap the NFL and the college football games, and then also do the power rankings. But that'll be that. Today we're going to head to playback real quick. If we don't find a show, I'm going to play a little bit of that Cardi B album real quick. See what it's talking about. Shaggy, again, I'm going to keep referencing Shaggy. He said Cardi was talking that talk. So I'm trying to see what it's about. Louis Bag, shout out for dropping the playback link in the chat. If you're on YouTube, it's playback.tv/facts and stats. Again, if you're on YouTube, it's playback.tv/facts and stats. Pull up and enjoy your Friday with some music and or watching a show with me and whoever else join. Peace, blessings, and love. I will see y'all in playback, y'all.